This is everything I ate for $5 at Quiapo Market in Manila. It's a bustling outdoor market with so many vendors selling Filipino street food. I started off with these 60-cent deep-fried orange balls called kwek kwek, which actually have quail eggs inside. The batter is soft and spongy and pairs nicely with vinegar. I also got a 60-cent balut, which is a fertilized duck egg. So first you sip the soup and add some salt and vinegar, then dig in. My favorite part is the soft yolk. It's so good I had to get a second one. Then I saw this mountain of corn and grabbed a cup for 60 cents. It's hot, sweet, and buttery with a nice crunch. And to quench my thirst, I got this 30-cent drink which had a light coconut and pandan flavor with little bits of jelly. It's so refreshing. Does anyone know the name of it? Oh, and I could smell these 30-cent dried squid skewers and it just drew me in. You dip it in this incredible vinegar sauce packed with onion, garlic, and chili. It's an explosion of flavor combined with the salty and slightly chewy squid. After this, I got a $1 palabok which had these really light and bouncy noodles topped with egg. It's a nice snack, but I did wish it was saucier and more flavorful. On the other hand, the 30-cent lumpia was really delicious. Enhanced by the sweet chili sauce, it had a super crispy pastry skin and a tasty chicken filling that I really liked. And last but not least, I got a $1.30 ube and cheese ice cream. But the thing is, I couldn't really taste the ube or cheese flavor well. It just tasted sweet. Can you believe all of that food was $5? This is everything I ate for $7 at Quiapo Market in Manila. I'm back and I tried this $1.30 Filipino porridge called lugaw for the first time. It has soft and chewy pieces of beef intestine and it's such a hearty and comforting dish. Yum. I also got these 50-cent fish balls dipped in a sweet and spicy sauce. It has a chewy texture and it's a really nice snack. And remember how last time I ate balut? Well, this is a 30-cent unfertilized duck egg called penoy and it pretty much tastes like a boiled chicken egg but with a lot more yolk. For something to sip on, I grabbed this ice cold 30-cent pineapple juice that was so incredibly refreshing. Then I couldn't resist trying this 60-cent fried chicken skin which was super crunchy and well seasoned. I think I'd like it even more if it was hot and fresh. Oh, have you seen this before? It's called nilupak, which has mashed cassava with butter and condensed milk. The purple part has ube too. It's starchy and a little sweet and costs 60 cents. I also got a 30-cent gulaman drink which has chewy bits of jelly. I really liked it. Gosh, I feel like the options here are endless. I grabbed 6 silmai for $1.30 which had a soft wrapper filled with a savory ground pork filling. The chili oil added a great kick of spice. And finally, I couldn't leave without trying a $2 halo halo. Let's mix it all up. There's flan and jellies and I really enjoyed the spoonfuls of icy and sweet deliciousness. This is everything I ate for $10 at Ugbo Street in Manila. I started off with this $2 baksilog, which was like bacon and eggs, but better. This is Java rice topped with Norse seasoning. It was so creamy with the runny egg yolk and this amazing cheese sauce. And the bacon adds a nice hit of saltiness. It's so simple yet delicious. Quick question, would you try intestines? I got these 30-cent chicken and pork intestines called isaw, which were barbecued and dipped in vinegar. The chicken one had a soft texture and the pork one was a little meatier. It's not my favorite street food, but I'm glad I could try it. I also grabbed a $3 sizzling pork sisig, which had a mouth-watering mix of juicy and chewy pieces of pork. I loved the hit of citrus from the calamansi and the saltiness from the soy sauce. It was so good. To quench my thirst, I got a $1.60 strawberry lemonade, which was light and refreshing. Then I felt like something sweet and tried this $1.40 puto bongbong. It consists of purple rice cake steamed in bamboo tubes. It's taken out, then coated in sugar, coconut, cheese, and condensed milk. I really enjoyed the addictive, sticky, and gelatinous texture, and it had just the right amount of sweetness. Last but not least, I grabbed a $1 pork adobo fried rice, which had egg and a light soy flavor. I think it would taste even better if it was more garlicky and packed more flavor, but I think it's a great affordable option. This is everything I ate for $20 at Ugbo Street in Manila. Within these flames is a $4 squid which had such a delicious sweet and savory marinade. I dipped it in this chili soy sauce and absolutely loved how tender and smoky it was. Next, I got a $3.50 sizzling liempo, which is grilled pork belly. It's served with fluffy rice and gravy which had a hint of sweetness to it. It's got a bit of a bite to it and the chili adds a nice kick of spice. I also got a 50-cent coconut juice which was sweet and refreshing. And here's where we spent most of the money tonight. I got this $8 mix of seafood served on banana leaves. I've missed sucking prawn heads. The mussels and crab were quite small and average, but on the flip side, the fish was really juicy and I really enjoyed the sauce the seafood was cooked in. Last but not least, I got a $2.50 Oreo ice cream. This had not 1, but 4 scoops of ice cream. You can't really go wrong with vanilla ice cream and Oreos. It was such a sweet end to the night. This is everything I ate at Sugbo Mercado, which is a food market in Cebu. Starting off, I got a $5 tuna panga, which is grilled tuna jaw. It's so tender and moist, it just breaks apart so easily. I think it's marinated in soy sauce, teriyaki, and calamansi juice, so it's savory, sweet, and tangy. This was mouth-watering. Have you ever eaten mango with shrimp? I got this for $2, and it may sound like an unusual combo, but I thought it was delicious. The green mango is sour and sweet, which pairs wonderfully with the salty and spicy fermented shrimp paste. Yum. Whoa, look at this bone marrow being blowtorched. I grabbed a $7 pork rib with bone marrow. Biting into the rib was really juicy and it had a sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. I spooned the bone marrow onto the rice, which was so buttery, and I loved how the fried garlic and chili cut through the fattiness. For something to drink, I got a $3.50 ube lava. It's thick, creamy, and not too sweet. Oh, and I was eyeing this $5 pepper rice, but opted for these $6 baked hot chili oysters. I usually prefer raw oysters, but these ones had a nice kick of spice, and the sauce kind of reminds me of a chili satay. Not bad. And finally, I couldn't leave without trying a $3.50 mango shake. It had fresh chunks of mango and was so refreshing and sweet. Gosh, it was so good. This is everything I ate at the Carbon Night Market in Cebu. I'm so happy to finally visit the Philippines, and I can't wait to share all the amazing food I tried here. I saw so many locals eating from these woks and found out it's actually pig brains sauteed with onion, garlic, and soy sauce. Would you try this? I was nervous at first, but I actually found it delicious. So you dip it with rice and it's salty, garlicky, and savory. It kind of reminds me of pate and was $4 for an unlimited serving, so you could get refills. Then I grabbed 8 cheesy scallops for $1.40 and was a little underwhelmed. They were really small and lacked flavor, so I probably wouldn't get it again. And yay, I was so happy to find sugarcane juice for $1.80 here. It's an instant pick-me-up. It's so refreshing and sweet. Oh, and here's another first for me. This is a $1 chicken patea, which is pretty much white rice topped with shredded chicken. The soy sauce and garlic flavor really shines through, and I think it's a great, simple, and affordable dish. For something sweet, I grabbed a $2.40 halo halo. It's topped with ube ice cream, coconut, cornflakes, and jellies. And of course, you've got to mix it all together. It's such a refreshing and tasty dessert that you should definitely try. There's still more. Go to part 2. This is everything I ate at the Carbon Night Market in Cebu, part 2. Who else loves pork sisig? I grabbed one for $2.50, which was topped with egg, chili, and mayonnaise. Let's mix in that runny egg yolk. It's savory, spicy, and tangy, and the calamansi really adds an amazing kick of sourness. Next, I went to this store and picked out a few things to be barbecued. I tried a 50-cent isaw, which is chicken intestine. It had a nice sweet, salty, and slightly charred flavor. I liked it. I also got these 3 sea snails for $2.50, which were a little on the chewy side, so I'd probably skip it. And this 50-cent pork skin skewer was fatty, chewy, and slightly gelatinous. Not bad. To quench my thirst, I grabbed a $1 iced caramel macchiato, which had just the right amount of sweetness. It was so yum. We're in Cebu, so there's lechon everywhere, so I got this combo for $3.50. I do wish the skin was crispier, but the pork was really juicy and fatty. Side note, there's live music here, and all the singers are so good. Anyways, I grabbed a $1 grilled balut topped with chili. I was told to eat it as is, and it was nice, but in hindsight, I think adding salt or vinegar would really enhance the flavor of it. And last but not least, I got a $2 lemonade, which was such a refreshing and sweet end to the night. Trying Jollibee for the first time in the Philippines. I'm from Australia and we don't have Jollibee, so I'm here to see if it's actually good. To start off, I got a $6 super meal to try a little bit of everything. The Chicken Joy had a lightly crumbed exterior that's really well seasoned, and the chicken itself is so juicy. It was mouth-watering, dipped into the gravy, and really is as good as everyone says it is. Next, I tried the spaghetti, which had a sweet sauce and bits of sausage, which I found really tasty and addictive. And the burger steak easily broke apart and was coated in a mushroom gravy. Not bad, but I'd probably skip out on this next time. I also grabbed a $2 Jolly hot dog, which had a super soft bun topped with cheese, ketchup, and a tangy sauce. It was surprisingly simple yet delicious. Then I got a $1 tuna pie, which had a really crispy exterior and a creamy tuna filling. While it's not my favorite thing on the menu, it's still a nice snack. So far, I'm really liking Jollibee, but wait till you hear about the spicy Chicken Joy. Go to part 2. Trying Jollibee in the Philippines, part 2. I was so excited to finally try spicy Chicken Joy. This set was $4.50. Gotta dunk it in the gravy, of course. And gosh, I accidentally ate all the skin in one go, and that stuff was packed with spice, so I was really feeling the heat. The chicken was spicy, juicy, and delicious, and paired so well with rice and gravy too. I loved it. I also got a $6 chicken sandwich supreme meal with fries and pineapple juice. The pineapple juice was so refreshing and sweet. I'd definitely get it again. And the chicken sandwich had a brioche bun and a super crunchy chicken fillet. However, I found the fillet a little dry and the lack of sauce didn't help, but it had so much potential. The fries were quite nice, but nothing to rave about. And finally, so many of you told me to get the $1 peach mango pie, so I saved the best for last. The crust was beautifully crispy and I loved the hot peach and mango filling. It's such a fantastic combo. Come with me to eat lechon. If you haven't tried it before, it's roast suckling pig, and I heard Cebu is one of the best places to try it. I drove out 45 minutes to a food market in Talisay where you can buy lechon and eat it right in front of the beach. I got half a kilo for $10 from Marb's Lechon and was blown away by how good it was. The skin is the best part. It's got a delicate crunch that's crispy and fatty, and the pork itself was so juicy and succulent. I really enjoyed dipping it into this tangy chili sauce and pairing it with puso, which is hanging rice. And I also made some friends with these adorable kids. Or if you're in the area, you can also check out Ruthie's Lechon, which is amazing too. I had such a great day in Talisay. Rating all the lechon I ate in Cebu. First stop, I went to Alejo's lechon, which I heard is very underrated. I got takeaway for $20 a kilo and went straight for the skin, which was wonderfully crispy. There wasn't any sauce, but the meat itself was really flavorful with hints of garlic and herbs. Then I drove 45 minutes away from the city to Talisay and went to this food park. The lechon here is also $20 a kilo, and I love how you can eat right in front of the beach. Biting into the skin was drool worthy. It just shattered like glass, and the pork here was dripping with juices. It was so succulent. The tangy chili sauce added a fantastic burst of flavor too. While I was in Talisay, I also checked out Ruthie's lechon, which was $23 a kilo. Again, the skin was crispy perfection and a little fattier than the others. There was a mix of lean and juicy pieces which were infused with a mouth-watering herby flavor. Finally, I went to House of Lechon, which is a popular chain, and got their kaka lechon for $27 a kilo. It is the priciest, but it does have a nice seating area and table service. The skin had a beautiful crunch, and I loved dipping the pork in the meat juices, which brings out the flavor and moisture even more, and pairing it with the garlic rice was a heavenly combo. Overall, the lechon and Talisay were my favorites, but you really can't go wrong with any of these options. They were all delicious. And yeah, this is my last video in the Philippines. I want to say a huge thank you for watching and shout out to my amazing Filipino followers. This is everything I ate during my first day in Boracay. It's such a beautiful island in the Philippines. Just look how blue the water is. I started off my day with a breakfast buffet which had garlic rice, beef adobo, and pork tocino. I filled my plate up with a little bit of everything and it was so tasty. The salty and sour beef adobo was my favorite. Oh, and there was even ube porridge and evaporated milk, which I really liked. It was sweet and gelatinous. And by the beach, I noticed people selling taho for $3. It's a Filipino dessert with silken tofu, chewy sago pearls, and a brown sugar syrup. It's warm and sweet and so comforting to sip on. Then I headed over to a super popular dessert spot here called Coco Mama and grabbed a small size for $5. I loved the pandan and coconut ice cream topped with sticky rice, and it had strands of coconut meat almost like noodles, and the fresh chunks of mango were so sweet and hit the spot. Finally, for dinner, I went to Mang Inasal, which is a chain, and got a $4.50 chicken inasal meal. I squeezed on some calamansi, and I heard you've got to add this oil onto the rice. The chicken inasal was so juicy and had a really great hit of savory, tangy, and smoky flavors. I can see why so many people love this place. This is everything I ate for $100 in Boracay. First up, I went to a cafe and got a $17 beef tapsilog, which is a popular Filipino breakfast. It has rice, eggs, and marinated beef, which had a strong hit of vinegar. The beef was a little salty for my taste, but I still enjoyed it overall. Then I grabbed a $7 mango ice cream. How cute is it? It was sweet, smooth, and refreshing with little chunks of mango. And so many of you told me to go to Jonah's Fruit Shake, so I went for the $5 mango shake. It had a natural sweetness and was so refreshing in this heat. I also tried the $5 banana choco peanut, which was nice, but I definitely prefer the mango. Ready for another dessert? This $7.50 ube mama has ube ice cream, cornflakes, and this really cool ube pudding. I like how it's not too sweet, and these palatao balls, which kind of remind me of chewy mochi, was so addictive. And last but not least, I went to this food park which had these awesome fire dancers. I got this massive $56 seafood platter which had fried fish, squid, scallops, prawns, crabs, and more. My favorites were the crab, which had a sweet and sour sauce, and the prawns were salty, sweet, and garlicky. What a feast. Who wants to dig in?